So you hear me clearly.
Yeah, I can hear you.
And now which question was stopped on? I see it was number
19, I think.
18.
19.
No, it was 18, yes.
18. Yeah.
So what is your answer for 18?
C.
It can be C, but let's prove C. You said it can be C, but do we have information that the appendix likely to emerge in great number of mammal species? It's mentioned that. It's not mentioned. So the information, the words already in the text, but the idea, the appendix likely he didn't mention. What is the information about the appendix here? So he said here the appendix, that's not been all right. But it is generally thought to have no function. People thought it has no function.
Mm-hmm.
But they found the appendix has emerged. Look, this information. He didn't mention this idea here. Emerge in great number of mammal species because they serve a necessary function. They thought it has no function. They didn't prove that. But they proved the letter B, that the appendix has been preserved, kept in certain mammal species. Okay, we have information about that? Yes. But because of what? Because it benefits their immune systems, as he mentioned, which supports immune responses. Yes or no?
Yes.
And need species with the organ, the appendix, tend to have higher concentrations of lymphoid tissues, which support immune responses. That's why. Peanuts? So let it
Yeah.
be. So so was talking about preserved or protected because of this point. And already this idea mentioned in the context. But what is the trap here? We give you findings, we give you discussions, and what can we hypothesize based on this only. So if you are confused about any idea in the answers, go and check it from the text. Is it directly mentioned? If it's yes, so your answer correct. If it's no, don't guess. So don't guess by your knowledge. So Bishka. Now for number 19, what's your answer?
A.
So 19, it's A, correct. What is 20?
C.
Number 20, C, with hunt, correct. 21.
A.
So you think it's A and A it's correct. Now let's see why you are confused. Remember, to have used, it is infinitive phrase. So you need subject. Here, this is a subject, so we need verb. If you wanted to use phrase like that, already you need to delete the phrases to check its sentence or fragment. So if I delete the phrases, if I delete the infinitive phrase, if I delete present participle phrase, I will not find the verb. So B and C and D make the sentence fragment because there is no verb if I delete the phrases. But letter A, it's a character. Here, Land used what? Used his technology. For what? To invent. يبقى so active voice, correct? And it's a past, correct? Because the action already in the past. Look. يبقى so letter A proved your answer, it's a correct. That's why. Go 22. You can say your answer. If it's correct, you can go on.
D.
So 22, it's letter D correct. We need to know why. Because your subject is using, and using is a gerund. How did you know? Verb plus ing. And we delete the phrase. So of preposition phrase, we delete it. As I told you, to find the subject and the verb quickly, delete the phrases, delete the clauses, delete the non-essential information, and then check what is left. So using it is singular. So we need singular verb. And a common hack, plural, plural, plural. Any three plural, delete. If you find the question difficult, but always use the techniques of subject-verb agreement to, to avoid taking risk. Come on, 23.
B.
And the letter B correct, yes. No positions, no ownership, no ownership. That's right. 24.
C.
24. You answered C. No. Let's prove together why D. Number one, look, singular, singular, singular. As I told you, three singular delete, three plural delete, so all of them wrong, so it must be letter D. But wait, this is taken risk. Now let's read. What is the answer here? This is a sentence of your question. Great. Now what are we going to do? We have verbs in the answer, so find the subject. Find the subject means delete the phrases. Here we have past participle phrase, delete. And the non-essential information using clause, delete. So that is the subject of this verb. Now phrase again, preposition phrase, delete. So what represent key moments and the personalities, such iconic references? So references here plural, so we need plural verb. That's why. So what is the structure of this sentence like that? Subject, comma, non-essential information, comma, non-essential information, comma, verb, and then complements, and then full stop correct. As I told you, non-essential information, it can be many between two commas or dashes, depends on the writer. But does this verb work with this subject? Yes. So the sentence here, subject, verb, complement. Between them, we can have any non-essential information to describe something before. So what is cited? The references. Who is seated? The musician. That's why. Now,
D.
the 25D, no, that's not you. If you find the title, and you know title like a job teacher, artist, psychologist, and then name between them, we don't use any punctuation. So letter B. On 26, what did you answer?
C.
C, no, it is letter B. Why? The non-essential information using dashes. So to know where is the best placement for the dash, because B and C it can be, but read before with the after. You will find the complete meaning. That means your dash must be here. So it must be in this part, not in this part. So letter B correct. Now let's read. Carry paired excerpts of these conversation with photographs too. So paired something to something. So it is correct. So between the dashes, just like non-essential information as elaboration, illustration, explanation. So your dash must be here. That's why. If you wanted to check why D is wrong, the check is before calling a complete sentence, as we agreed before. If you want to use calling before, it must be sentence, not fragment. That's why. So letter D before it, not sentence, so D is wrong. That's the point. Now let's see why is wrong. So why is wrong? Because if you wanted to use single dash, you see, single dash means like calling, because single dash means calling. Single means one dash. Is before the first dash complete sentence? Let's see. Caliper excerpts of these conversation with photographs. Okay, it's a sentence. It has meaning. But after the dash is not explanation to something mentioned before dash. So the dash is wrong. If it is single dash, so A is wrong. So that is a trap. So A is wrong. It's the same if you use D is wrong. That's why. So here letter B correct because we need such information between the dashes. Come on, what is number 27?
D.
And the letter D correct. Cause and effect, why it's black? Because he said using heating technique. He said here, smothering the flame surrounding the clay vessel. Be black, so it's a cause and effect. Perfect. 28.
D.
So 28D, and that is correct. But we need your evidence. How did you notice though? And the contrastive ideas. Remember something. He said here Martin was exaggerating. Exaggerated means just like to use language, it's not real. To exaggerate, just like to speculate, is to guess, to improvise. All right. The next one says that this improvising helped shape jazz as a genre. So how something was a speculation and how does it help shape something real? This is unexpected consequence. This means here it is contrastive, it's opposite. How it was exaggeration, how it did help shape this one. So it is opposite. That is correct. Number 29.
C.
29C. No, 29. It's letter B. Why? Number one, here transition words. Let's revise. Transition words, everyone has a specific meaning. Subsequently, you are talking about order of events. I will send you the inshallah sheets and points about it. But imagine it like that. We have preface ideas like that. And then we have following ideas. You see? Yeah, I'm sorry. This one. This part. So we have two different ideas. Now, what is the relation? If we are talking about sequence, and subsequently sequence means order of actions like first, second, third, finally. But here we don't have order of actions. Conversely, it means, however, opposite ideas. For instance, I'm going to give example to prove something before. In other words, I'm going to explain the same idea by different words. But here it's not. Now, you know why. One by one. Countries with single ballot majoritarian elections for single member districts tend to polarize into two-party systems. So they like to have two-party systems, not many parts like these in countries. Okay. Again, countries, look for the opposite. Countries with proportional representation electrical systems tend to support multi-partism. How here two-party systems and here many-partism. This is opposite ideas. That means we make comparison between these countries and these countries. And they have, contrastive two ways. So it's opposite two ways of thinking and acting. This means it must be letter B. So there is no sequence of action. There is no steps. There is no instructions. There is no order of actions. So A is wrong. There is no example to prove something before. It is something opposite. Because here talk about something, here something else. For how it's a sentence. So how? In other words, how? There's the different points. It's not the same idea. So in other words, wrong. This is called in English transition words. Did you catch it?
Yeah.
For example, when I say I am ill because I am sick, what do you expect? I will go to hospital, I go to clinic. But if I said because I am sick, I will go to the club to play the match. So how you are sick? To play the match. So it must be although, or even though, or despite. So opposite ideas. That means we need to understand the meaning of it. Letter B has a trap. What is a trap? Some people says converse. It's from the word or from the verb converse. Converse. It's a verb for the word conversation. Look. It can be, but here it does not mean he is going to explain something. No. So the word is word because we have here verse. You know when I say reverse, must be from this word. You feel it? Here reverse. So it must be here, look, converse. The conversely means I'm going to give you a comparison, a contrast of ideas, opposite ideas, this way. That's why. So each word has meanings. So inshallah, I'm going to send you exercises and sheets about it.
Okay.
Now let me explain number 30 and then revise. Let's prove together why it must be letter D. I look, what means hence? I must understand. Hence means therefore, and therefore means consequently. So I will send you the list today because all of them the same meaning. If I found the hence means consequently, means accordingly, means therefore, same meaning. But always find where are the ideas. The briefest idea is this sentence only. And the following idea is the rest. Because all of it one sentence. Now let's find. A turtle shell appears just like simulation. It's appearing, but maybe not true. Appears external to the animal, protecting its body like armor. Okay. The shell is often incorrectly assumed, so they think, but incorrectly, to be an exoskeleton. If I don't understand what means exoskeleton, the writer helped me already. He used the apostrophe phrase, additional information. Rigid, hard, strong, solid, sturdy, outer casing, like that of a crustacean or an insect. Okay. When in fact it is an endoskeleton. So he said, in fact, it is endo. It's not exo. A part of turtle's internal bone structure. See, he tells me what means endo. A part of the turtle's internal bone structure. Okay, and an endoskeleton are more akin to, similar to a spine or a pair of ribs. Now let's find the relation. Do we have any opposite ideas here? He explained to me ideas here, external. Explain to me why it appears external. As I mentioned here, people think that it's exo, it's external, but it's not. So it's explanation. So it does not mean opposite, so opposite is wrong. Is the following, this one, an example for how the shell appears to the animal? No, so it's not example. That being said, what means that being said? Don't think that we have the word being is wrong as the common hack of some YouTubers and some teachers. This is transition words, not grammar. I told you in structure questions of grammar, if you find the question difficult, you can use being wrong, but you're not. But the expression that being said means the writer is going to explain the previous idea again, but in different words. But the following is not the same. He explained why this assumption is wrong. So here it's not the same of the preface. So it must be letter D. Now again, why here hence? Hence it to express cause and effect. Why the turtle shell appears to the animal? Why she wants or how she wants to protect its body? Something like that. He tells you what is it? What is the consequence of this action? Do you feel it?
Yeah.
It is correct. Sometimes if I don't find the correct answer, find the wrong to help you to be near or to eliminate wrong answers. That's why. And inshallah, next time it will be a text analysis session. We will analyze for transition words. For number 31, what did you answer?
A.
So 31, you answered A, and the A is correct. And remember, always focus on what does the question need only. Correct. Now number 32.
B.
Number 32 is no. Let's read together. The students wants to specify how. Specify, we need to specific information of how the salt enables energy storage. So what I need from the answers to tell us how. So we need to read the notes very quickly and then we'll go to find how. Now when I read, sometimes Malak, we can without notes, but this is wrong. Remember, some teachers, some YouTubers say that you can read the answers without looking at the notes. This is wrong because I must.
Yeah, that's what my mom told me.
So I must read the notes, but very quickly. And then I found from the notes how. So let's read the notes and find what is the note to say how, and then find the similar from the notes and the answer.
Okay.
So he said here for the how, look, when the salt is in a liquid state, energy flows through the battery. So if the energies flow, it's not stored. We need information to say how the salt help energy storage. If this point not mentioned, I don't need in the answers. So now let's prove together why C, it must be correct. Or why not? Let's prove together. Let's prove. Now let's read it. When the melting salt in a freeze solidifies, it became strong. If something became solid, just like it blocks, stops the energy from flowing. And if it stopped and blocked, it can be stored in the battery. Is that explained in the notes? Or this is assumption from the test maker? Now let's read. Is that mentioned? Let's see. The battery contains a molten salt. What's that? A type of salt is it that liquefies when heated and solidifies at a room temperature. Yes. It's mentioned in letter C. Solidifies at room temperature, yes. And it tells you how it kept there. He mentioned here, look, the stored frozen energy can be used by reheating, thawing the battery again. If it can be stored or not, can be stored.
Yeah.
Look, when the salt is in a solid state, energy stops flowing and stored in the battery. So my answer, it must be in this is 2 points. So I'm looking for the points. But why is wrong? Because it does not explain how. It explains something else. It explains what is the method scientists used. So it's our question target. That's what. What is your answer for 33?
A.
33, no, must be letter D. Let's prove together. The question. The students want to indicate that California here. So indicate the California red-legged frogs FWS classification category. So which information tell us about this category? So we need to read to find this. He said, a species that is likely to soon become endangered is classified as threatened. Yes or no?
Yes.
Is that mentioned? Yes, he said here, California red-legged frog is likely to soon become endangered. According to, my answer must be in these 2 points. Now I'm going to look for it. Likely to soon become who, what is this? This is a positive phrase to describe that. And it's the same as in the notes. And it's same related to the question. So we need similarity between the content of the answer and the content of the notes and the content of the question. So that's why, as you are going to choose notes from a note from the notes, but about something specific. That is, feel it?
Yeah.
Letter A. Letter A, he mentioned that the rat could be either endangered or threatened. Okay, but here he didn't mention that. He said the red let endangered, not it could be both. Did you catch it? Yes.
Yeah.
And now, generally, what is the difference between endangered and threatened? You know, endangered just like it's already going to be extinct. It's over. And the threatened, we have many factors could lead to extinctions. Feel it? But the note said it's threatened, endangered, not both of them. That is why. And now, what is the next one? Mhm. Yeah, did you answer the next one? Yeah, come on, read the voice if you are talking.
C.
And the letter C, it's correct. Perfect. What is next?
B.
So B, no. Now let's read
No.
together.
D.
D,
Yeah.
so D, it's correct. But what means B? So the test maker plays with your mind. Hoard is collect information to hide it. فhow collect to hide? How? They want to understand the life forms. So how they collect to hide it or to secrete it or to keep it secret? How? And of course, we are not going to store or reserve the detailed information. They wanted to obtain it to understand. You found that? And remember something when you read. So that to show cause and effect, because so, as you know, so. So the fossils are well preserved. What is the consequence of that? It helps the team to obtain detailed information because it's preserved, it's kept, it's saved. So we get this information to help us to understand. Maybe so to get information or to acquire it or to find it or to discover it to get anything. That's why. Number 3.
A.
Letter A, it is good catch. Correct. Number 4. Let me help you with
B.
some. It can
B.
be, let's see. Tenuous means something like unsure, or we can say uncertain. You are not sure about it. You see, or something it's clouded, not clear. You see, not clear. He said here the word of has a place in historical memory. A place here, it means a position, importance. So, what is the place of this word in historical memory? I don't know. But the writer explained, he said, because. Look, because transition words, conjunctions. Because. So, because it's overshadowed. What means overshadowed? It's not clear to understand. You know, there is no clear information, there is no enough information about it. As he said, by much larger concurrent conflict, we have a large conflict. So as you know, we have a lot of troubles, a lot of problems. So we don't understand what is the importance of this war. We have a lot of troubles. That is means he wanted to say it's a tenuous, it's unsure, it's uncertain place. Don't know what is the place exactly. Now let's find why B, C, D wrong. The content. Letter D, it's opposite because conspicuous means clear or it is obvious to your eye or to mind. But how? The writer said overshadowed. And there is large concurrent conflict against. You see? So it's the opposite.
Yeah.
Contentious means disagreement. It means, for example, here both this, I'm sorry, this, agreement. But did he explain that the war make disagreement between two things or two organization countries or something? No. You feel it? Enduring to keep for long time, to last for a long time. Yeah, but he didn't mention that. Didn't mention the importance of the war kept for a long time. So that means here to say that it is certain. So the writer help you by giving you this word. And the reason because that's why. If I don't understand this part, I can read the explanation after the calling to help me.
Okay.
That's fine. Now, if you are free, I can send you a new link for 20 minutes. You free or
Okay. Yeah.
great? Give me a second, send you.